So, like I said, Ted is still in the picture. There go that motherfucker right there, always watching, right? I know y'all noticed that I got a better picture and everything. I told y'all I was going back to my Mac. Okay, it was just easier for me to edit using that other program. It was just easier, but I ain't gonna be, lazy no more. So well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below or the join button, and for a small $5 monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans. Now, let's talk about David Ritz, Respect, The Life of Aretha Franklin, part, I think it's 10. So where we left off, Aretha and Teddy Whitey Pimpy just got the news that his, Teddy Whitey's ex-girlfriend, Dinah Washington, had passed from some kind of overdose. Aretha and Ted rushed back to Detroit. Dinah's ex-boyfriend, Teddy Whitey, now Aretha's husband, he is saying, okay, ding-dong, the queen is gone. All hail the new Queen Aretha, okay? David Ritz wrote that in Aretha Franklin's book, These Roots, Aretha reflects on her encounters with Miss Dinah Washington. She said, when they were on the same bill, playing at the same club, Dinah played on Aretha's insecurities because, yes, she knew Aretha since she was a little girl, and she knew that little girl was quiet and shy. So what Dinah would do is to tell RiRI, why'd you choose that costume? That's not suited for you. So that shit would get up in RiRi's head, and it would mess with her, okay? Now, although Aretha, absorbed what Dinah said, she still wrote it off as Dinah was being a bitch and she was just being a diva. Now, this was when Aretha is like 21 years old, right? So she ain't even got to diva status yet. Now, she in the making now. Right now, she just old spoiled ass fucking brat, okay? But the diva is coming. Ruby, is that the lady? Or Ruth? Who was the lady who was her booking agent? Okay. Now, the lady who was her booking agent, it's either Ruby or Ruth. I'm sorry. So sorry, y'all. Notice I ain't fuck her name up. Maybe if I would have fucked her name up, I would remember it right now. But anyway, Ruby or Ruth, Aretha's booking agent, used to be Dinah's booking agent, okay? Dinah was Ruby's client first, okay? But she did hire on Aretha eventually, and sometimes they would work the same club, okay? Now, Ruby, what's her name, y'all? Ruth, I'm so sorry. But anyway, the booking agent said that there were far in between times that she would put them on the same bill because she knew that Aretha wasn't strong enough to deal with a personality like Dinah, okay? Aretha showed her aggression through her husband, Teddy Whitey Pimpy, okay, who was Dinah Washington's ex-boyfriend. Ex-pimp too, if you want to put it like that. Everybody now is admitting to the fact that the singers preferred to have pimps as boyfriends. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, moving on. Ruth Bowman, that's her name, Ruth Bowman. So, like I said, Ted is still in the picture. There go that motherfucker right there, always watching, right? He wanted to capitalize off of Dinah Washington's death, okay? He said, RiRi, get your ass in the studios right now and create a Dinah Washington tribute album. Don't forget, I told you that Aretha loves to do covers, not as a homage to the person, but because in her mind, she feel like she can do it better. Okay? So at any rate, Teddy, RiRI, get your ass in the studio. We need to capitalize off this momentum, right? Now, the booking agent, Ruth Bowman, thought it was in poor taste. She said the lady body ain't even cold yet, and this nigga's already working on the way to make money off this lady death, right? So on February 7th, 1964, just 8 weeks after Dinah's death, and a month after giving birth to Teddy White Jr., the first session kicked off, okay? Ted wanted to call the album What a Difference a Day Makes. Ruth found that disrespectful and in poor taste. Now, speaking of poor taste, let me tell you how this nigga don't give a fuck about Dinah Washington. When they were at the memorial service for Miss Dinah Washington, you could hear Teddy announcing at the end of the funeral, yeah, Reed's about to get into the studio and do a whole tribute album to Dinah Washington. Okay? People around here mourning, and this nigga is promoting his wife doing a song tributed to her. Okay? Now, some may think, well, that's not too bad, but I'm telling you that is bad, because how you going to take the attention away from Dinah Washington and her legacy and put it on Aretha and make it be about her and her new album? Subsequently, tribute to Miss Dinah Washington. That Teddy Whitey, he a piece of work, but he get the job done. Now, like I was saying, Teddy Pimpy Whitey, okay? He said he wanted to call the song What a Difference a Day Make, okay? In Ruth's mind, it meant, okay, so one day she here, one day she gone. Now Aretha is the person that's taking over. Like, for real, that's kind of the way that Ted was trying to set it up. So eventually, Ruth says, thank God, that they renamed it Unforgettable. Now, meanwhile, Motown is breaking it up, okay? The Supremes broke out with the string of #1 hits, starting with Where Did Our Love Go? Murray Wells had My Guy. Martha and the Vandellas had Dancing in the Streets. And the Temptations and the Four Tops both had crossed over into the top 10 pop. Okay? Aretha, she in the studio making tribute albums to Dinah Washington. Now, Ted was planning to make her the next Dinah Washington, like I said, but it wasn't working out. She was too young to be catered towards such an older audience. Okay. According to Aretha, it was everyone else's fault except for hers. Okay? Because everybody else was telling her what to do. So if everybody else is telling you what to do, you can't say it's my fault. Okay? It's their fault, you know? So let me give you an example. Ruth Bowman, her booking agent, would say that whenever things didn't go her way, or when a gig didn't pan out the way she wanted to, or she didn't get the response, what would happen is that Aretha would blame the booking agent. Bitch, it's your fault. Okay, the people didn't clap because you didn't tell them to clap. You're fired. Ruth said that throughout her time of working with Aretha Franklin, she said she had been fired and rehired so many times she can't even remember. You better than me, because I can't be in no relationship with somebody constantly dangling in my face my job. Oh, no, bitch. What you won't do is dangle in my face what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, like, you know, like I don't take well to, you know, people yelling in my face, talking to me any old kind of goddamn way. If I was going to do that, I would then stay the goddamn probation officer, okay? And that's all I'm going to say with that, okay? Ruth Bowman just attributed it to just Aretha's way. No, that's bad behavior. That's poor behavior. You don't treat to people like that. Okay, luckily, how many times I got to say that they didn't have the internets then? Okay, you see what's happening to that damn Ellen DeGeneres. Okay, her entire crew that came out and said that she is a whole maniac out here. So all the while, Columbia is still trying to figure out what to do with Aretha. The Dinah Washington album was a no-go. It did not do well at all. Okay, so. And on top of that, it was a constant battle between the label and Teddy Whitey. Teddy Whitey thought that he knew what was best for Aretha. The label was trying to, listen, we need to make her some crossover hits. We need to turn her, into something young and vibrant, because that's what she is. Even though she ain't got none of her kids, she might got, Teddy Whitey Jr. with her. But the other two is back home with Big Mama. Okay, don't forget that. But Ted wanted her to be the next Barbra Streisand. Why Aretha just can't be Aretha? Why do people always do that? Oh, I want her to be the next this. I want him to do the next this. And just be you, brother. When you compare yourself to other people, baby, you will always lose. Always. Eventually, Columbia had hooked Aretha up with Clyde Otis. He created something with a crossover appeal for Aretha called Take a Look. Didn't matter because the song went absolutely nowhere. And Aretha wasn't really tripping off that song because she wanted to do ballads. She wanted to create or recreate songs that was already hits out there, cover them, and do them better. Like I said previously, some of the Burt Bacharach hits that Dionne Warwick made, she did them and crushed them. I'm sorry, y'all. Every song that Dionne Warwick made that Aretha remade, she crushed it. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad for all you Dionne Warwick fans. I'm sorry, but RiRI crushed it. So all the while, Teddy is still giving Columbia the blues, okay, because he feels he knows what's best for Aretha. She and Ted were starting to have their own problems, okay? Clyde Otis, the recent producer man that Columbia hooked RiRI with, couldn't form one single hit. But now Teddy is frustrated. He like, fuck it, just give us something. Give us something that's going to make it work. Ted. Now you ready to compromise because you see that you ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it good. You got such a talent right there, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay? You want to make her into Barbra Streisand when she is a whole Aretha Franklin around here. Why? So now Clyde Otis, the producer that Aretha is working with now, said that he had two problems when it came down to Aretha. Okay, the first one was that Ted was a nuisance. Okay, he was a problem, and them two wasn't even liking each other at that time. In fact, they was being physical with each other, or he was being physical with RiRI when RiRI said answer no. Okay, RiRI, I need you to do this. No, nigga, answer no. I'm not going to do that. Okay, the man Clyde Otis said Teddy Whitey ain't have no problem with putting his hands on her and making her try to make her to do what he say do. Otis didn't see Teddy Whitey as anything significant. He seen him as just another amateur throwing his weight around because he happened to be married to the artist. Okay. He said, meaning Clyde Otis said that Ted kept telling him how for years he had supported Aretha's career with his own money. No, it wasn't his money. It was that exceptional pussy seller, prostitute that was out there on them streets working that vagina that was supporting Aretha. Not Teddy Whitey's money. It was that hoe. And whoever that hoe is, lady, if you still alive, you can call me. Okay? You can call me. Let me leave that there. Teddy Whitey was saying that if it wasn't for his financial backing, Aretha wouldn't be where she is now. Clyde Otis said that's a motherfucking lie. Because since Aretha was working with Columbia, she had constant bookings. Okay? Constant. She wasn't broke because she was getting the money out there working and touring since she'd been with Columbia. So Ted and Aretha were often at odds with each other. Okay? They did not present a united front at all. So that's confusing when you're trying to work with an artist. Okay, the artist says she want to go in this direction, but her stupid ass pimping boyfriend say, no, let's do this. That's confusing. So yes, Ted was a problem. But the second problem was that Aretha had problems of her own. She missed many sessions without ever telling the producer, Otis, why. She said she just didn't show up. People were saying that she was drinking, but Clyde Otis said he never saw anything like that or a sign of, okay, addiction may be her problem, okay? He didn't see that, so he didn't want to accept it. He said that she would get down in the dumps sometimes, and then didn't want to work. He said sometimes he would see how Ted was important to Aretha Franklin's career because of the fact that when she was down in the dumps in a corner somewhere depressed, Teddy, would try to coax her out of the depression, and if she didn't get her ass up, he would smack her out of the depression. Okay?
Hey, love bugs, it is sponsor time, and today's sponsor is my collab red lip. It is a Lolly Dolly Obsession Red. And okay, like I said, the red color is amazing. I love the way it smells. It's packaged very, very nicely. I think the price is about $18, but if you use code NayRob, I think you either get 10% or 15%. So make sure you check out the Lolly Dolly Cosmetics line down below in the description bar. You'll love it. Smells really good. Very smooth, not chunky.
All right, love bugs, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down, my naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a